Good morning, everybody, and welcome you to the May 6, 2025 meeting of the Calvert County Board of Commissioners. At this time, I'd like to ask Pastor Everhart if he would come forward and give us an invocation, please.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you for serving our county. We're blessed to live in this county. And Administrator Willis, sorry, it was almost like you were doing 1, 2, 3, eyes on me there.
That's how he is all the time.
If it whatever works, that's
You
right.
picked up on that, huh?
Yeah, he did pick up. Let's pray together as we start. Father, we just praise you this morning for who you are and what you've done. We thank you for the way that you're working here in Calvert County. We thank you for these leaders and the way that they serve our county. May you bless them today as they serve. Bless them tomorrow, and may we continue to seek you first, because there the kingdom of God is at hand. And I pray you just go before us this week. We give you honor and praise for all that's said and done here this morning. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Pastor Everhart. We appreciate you coming in. And Pastor Everhart comes to us from the Life Church in Huntingtown. Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda is to approve the agenda as presented. Are there any corrections or additions to that agenda?
I don't believe so, sir. I move that we approve and adopt the agenda as submitted.
I'm gonna-
Second.
Thank you. A motion second to approve the agenda as presented. Although, any discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. And just so everyone knows, Commissioner Cox is out of town, but he has joined us via Teams. So he is watching. And Commissioner Cox, if you have something to say, you might have to yell at me to make sure I notice you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Absolutely. How's the weather down there and wherever you are?
80 degrees and sunny, sir.
There you go. So the next item on the agenda is public service announcements. I do have a couple today. First of all, most importantly, is tonight is our public hearing for our FY26 operating budget. It'll be at 7 o'clock right here in this Commissioner's hearing room. And you can follow that by Zoom. You can come in person. You can call in, whatever way best works for you. Copies of the budget can be viewed at calvertcountymaryland.gov/budget. Hard copies are available in the public libraries, or you can contact the Department of Finance and Budget and get a copy there. The meeting will be streamed live on Comcast Channel 99 and 1070 HD on the Calvert County YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/calvertcountygov. So, next, there is going to be a countywide event on Monday, May 19th, hosted by the Calvert County Fire Department on the harmful effects of vaping on youth. It's free. Its title is Experts Discuss Harmful Effects of Vaping on Youth. The event will be held at Calvert High School from 6:30 to 8:15, with doors opening at 6 o'clock. And their goal is to educate parents and community members about the dangers of vaping nicotine and THC, legal issues related to cannabis, and how to talk with teens about substance abuse. We strongly encourage parents and caregivers, educators, and concerned residents to attend. For more details, you can contact Jane Dodds at jane.dodds@maryland.gov or call 410-535-5400, extension 336. And there is a sidewalk construction project going on in St. Leonard Town Center this week. Just be aware, if you're walking in that town, that there could be pedestrian issues and areas that you need to avoid. And that concludes public service announcements. That brings us to the animal of the week, or animals of the week. First time we've had those, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
Today we have Peter and Tony. They are brothers. They came in together. They are roughly a year old. They've been with us for about 3 weeks. Guinea pigs, I would say in my experience, about 95% of the time should be in pairs. We have a few here and there that don't mesh well with others, but they do best together with, at least one other guinea pig. They're pretty loud sometimes.
Really?
But they're so cute, though. They do that whole little meep, 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 meep thing. It's really adorable.
Well, it looks like the thing from Nutty Professor. Remember that? Remember the one that?
Yeah?
Yeah. Or no, I'm sorry. Not Nutty Professor. The other.
No, there was one in
No,
there.
Eddie Murphy one. No. Dr. Doolittle.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I think Chris Rock was the voice or something. Yeah. They look like that.
But no, their lifespan's roughly, I'd say 5 to 7 years,
Oh, that's
maybe a
not
little
long
more,
enough.
give or take. Yeah, they came from originally, I think it's like they're outside, and then they became
And that's
domesticated.
normal.
And,
Guinea pigs only 5 to 7 years. Okay.
yeah, yep. Their diet's typically greens, fruits and veggies, Timothy hay. It helps their teeth constantly grow, so you got to make sure that they have stuff that they can wear them down a little
Really?
bit. But yeah, so they are ready to go. They've been with us for a little while, and they do love each other. They'll curl up in their little huts together.
How old do you think they are?
We have them about a year.
Okay. So
Yeah.
they still got a while to go.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh yeah, they're still youngins.
Good.
They're still youngins.
Marty, you need any of them to go with all them dogs we've been sending you?
No.
So yeah, if you're interested in guinea pigs, dogs, cats, we have rabbits, roosters, just come on down to the shelter. Look at our website. It's calvertcountyanimalshelter.com.
Best
and
one
you
in the
can-
state, bar none.
Yeah. And then you can just see what we have available. And if you don't want to adopt, you can come foster or just volunteer. We like those too. Helps give the animals enrichment. So, all right.
All right.
Thank
And
you.
there's no fee for adoption for the next week.
Yep. Yeah.
What does it normally cost to adopt a guinea pig?
Guinea pigs are 10.
Oh.
10. Yep, $10.
So act now. Save
Yeah.
$10.
Exactly.
No, say 20.
I like that
And if you
one.
mention this ad, we throw a second one in.
All right. Thank
All
you
right,
guys.
thank you.
Thank you.
So the next item on the agenda is proclamations. And I think we're missing someone for the water safety proclamation, so I guess.
No, we can go.
No?
They're here.
Okay. I didn't,
Yeah, come on up.
Commissioner Ireland gave me bad information.
no, I
for
was
the
looking for
record.
Mr. Smith is who I was looking for because
So-
Nate
The
Smith.
first one is National Water Safety Month.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and introduce yourself and say what you need to say about your water safety month. And make sure it pertains to local Calvert County things, please, and come forward.
Absolutely. Awesome. So first and foremost, good morning, Commissioners. My name is Zachary Bricky, and I'm the Aquatics Facility Manager. This is my third year working with aquatics in this role, so I want to thank each of you for your concurrent support and recognition of Water Safety Month once more. Water safety means more than telling children to be careful when around pools and bodies of water. It teaches them how to incorporate water-related exercises and activities in their lives. These exercises have done magic for people before my eyes, alleviating patients of illnesses and injuries throughout the year. Geographically speaking, it's imperative that we continue to reach our youth and public through statements like this in order to prevent tragedy and enrich the lives of our community. Last year, the globe lost just south of 250,000 people to accidents on, in, or by the water. For reference, that's more than double this county's population, reported to be just under 100,000 in 2024. To this day, drowning is still the leading cause of death for children aged 1 to 14 in America.
Really?
In light of this, Aquatics will continue to support the needs of the community by providing one of the largest American Red Cross Learn to Swim programs in the state of Maryland and hosting an increased amount of certification courses for these interested in preventing water safety tragedy themselves. But the privilege to help pilot some of those programs is solely because of those standing behind me. Some of these instructors have contributed to these programs for great portions of their career, even teaching myself a few things during my career path. I cannot thank them enough for being these cornerstones of the facility, and I thank you once more for being supporters of this fantastic cause to help keep our community safe.
Just come on up. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. I am Brandon Medea, the Division Chief of the Aquatics Division. Thank you for this meaningful proclamation and recognizing May as Water Safety Month. On behalf of the Parks and Recreation team, I want to express our sincere appreciation for your continued support in promoting safe and enjoyable aquatic experiences for our community. As the weather warms and our pools, lakes, and waterfronts grow busier, we're reminded that water safety is a shared responsibility, and our team remains committed to providing high-quality education, certified training, and well-maintained facilities to help prevent accidents and to save lives. Through swim lessons, lifeguard programs, and community outreach, we aim to equip residents of all ages with skills and knowledge that they need to stay safe in and around the water. Again, thank you for your recognition and for joining us in this important cause.
So real quick, what age do you recommend parents start swimming lessons at?
As soon as they are comfortable with putting the kids in the water, the sooner the better. Kids, when they're very, very young, are able to begin acclimating and really enjoying water and all that it is able to offer.
You see some of these infant classes on Facebook, online. Is that something that we do here locally, or?
Yes, we do. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Come on up. Next.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Dalton. I am an instructor at the Hall Aquatic Center. I have been teaching there for 4 years now. Teach anywhere from 6 months, as you asked earlier, 6 months all the way up to, I've had some 85-year-olds that I teach as well. I thoroughly enjoy it. And actually, one of the programs that we ran a couple months ago was a program with the Calvert County Public Schools where we had some of our kids from Plum Point Elementary, 5th grade, come and have a water safety day. And that was really a fantastic program that we ran. I have kids in Mount Harmony School, and I have already talked to some of their staff to say, hey, we need to do this for kind of all of our 5th grade staff or kids. And they do all those, field trips to West River and things like that. So I think it's something that we really need to encourage for all of our elementary schools to get them out and learn about the water. Thank you.
Thank you. Come on up.
Hi, I'm Teresa Barth. I've been an instructor since 2016. I'm also a swim lesson supervisor right now. I really do enjoy, obviously, for almost 9 years. This will be my 10th summer. I was also glad to be able to participate in that school field trip. We were able to teach the kids some safety things about not going into the water to help people, but other things that they could do to keep everybody safe.
So that school field trip, is this something that all the other schools are going to do? Are you working with the BOE to try to get that done, or
That
how's that working?
particular school got a grant to do this program. We would certainly encourage, if there's anything that we can do to get the other schools involved, that would be great.
Absolutely. It's very important. Thanks. Come on up.
Good morning. My name is Gaylyn Krennick, and I'm a swim lesson supervisor, and I'm also a WSIT, so I'm able to train our new instructors. And I find great pleasure in seeing some kids that I've taught as children who have gone through their life, and now there are young instructors, and watching them grow and enjoy what they do. And I really tell everybody all the time I have the best job ever, so I've enjoyed working with the county and with so many adults and children throughout the years. And just to piggyback on what Stephanie and Teresa talked about with this school program, it really is just absolutely fabulous. And we have counties all around us who are doing that, and being surrounded by water, it is something Calvert really needs to look into. And we also have an amazing and always growing homeschool program. So from preschool to 18, from babies to adults. So thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Bob Brandom, Director of Parks and Recreation. I just want to reiterate something that Zach said. So this is a small county, 213 square miles roughly. We have 165 miles of shoreline. This is a community that thrives where people earn their living on the water and they choose leisure pursuits and recreational opportunities on the water. Every survey that we put out for community input talks about the importance of water access and water safety. So I'll reiterate one more time for everyone to hear. The commissioners are well aware, the county administrators are well aware. This small county offers the most successful Red Cross swim lessons in the state of Maryland. I'm very proud to be a part of the team that stands before you. The work that you do is very important. It's critical for this community. So I applaud your efforts, and this is well deserved this morning. So it's their moment. I'm not going to come up for the pictures.
No, you need to. Come on up, Bob. And I also want to thank you and your team, seriously, for everything that you guys do. It is very important. I mean, you never know the lives that you're saving by doing what you're doing, but you have a drastic effect on the citizens of our county, and it is very important. And thanks for the information about being the most successful Red Cross community. Proclamation, whereas the state of Maryland, Calvert County, Maryland, recognizes that water is an essential resource that sustains life and provides recreational opportunities for our community. I got terrible drainage today for some reason. I don't know what's going on. And whereas swimming and aquatic-related activities play a vital role in maintaining good physical and mental health while enhancing the quality of life. And whereas every person has a responsibility to be knowledgeable after water safety and take precautions to prevent water-related accidents. And whereas drowning is a preventable tragedy that affects thousands of individuals and families each year. And whereas National Water Safety Month recognizes the ongoing efforts to educate the public on pool and spa safety initiatives led by the pool, spa, water park, and recreation and park industries. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners that May 2025 be observed as National Water Safety Month. Be it further proclaimed that the Board of County Commissioners urges all citizens to remain vigilant around water, prioritize safety measures, and support initiatives that foster a culture of awareness and responsibility in aquatic environments. Given under our hands and sealed this 6th day of May 2025, signed by all five.
Thank you.
We can squeeze in. No, you're gonna, don't worry about us. We might have to scoot.
And have everyone scoot maybe one step to your right. Push your heart.
You just said this. She does this, she does it. Fine.
It's a test.
That's it.
3, 2, 1. One more for luck. Thank you so much for everything you do.
You got your best shirt here, man. I like that. That was perfect for the occasion. I saw that. I'm getting to be in the pictures because I sealed them later with you on there. I just give you the autograph pictures,
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Thank you. Yes.
So the next proclamations for National Economic Development Week, Commissioner Hart.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good morning. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Good morning, my name is Kathy McAdams. I'm the Business Retention Specialist in Economic Development. Thank you for taking a moment to recognize National Economic Development Week, which will be celebrated May 12th through the 16th. This week provides an opportunity to highlight the work we do each day to support and strengthen Calvert County's business community. Through outreach, resources, and one-on-one engagement, our department helps local businesses grow, overcome challenges, and remain vital to our local economy. We work closely with the entrepreneurs, long-standing businesses, and new investors because economic development isn't just about the numbers, it's about people, partnerships, and creating opportunities. We appreciate your continued support and commitment to building a resilient, diverse, and thriving community for all Calvert County residents. Later in today's meeting, under New Business, I will share more about how we're celebrating Economic Development Week and how we will engage with the business community throughout the week. We have several businesses in attendance who we will be visiting as part of Business Appreciation Week and Economic Development team members. I invite them to come up and introduce themselves.
Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners and everyone. Thank you for having us here. My name is Sheba Smith, Deputy Director with Economic Development. We really appreciate you taking the time to acknowledge all the businesses and staff that are working so hard here today. Good morning. My name is Hillary Daly. I'm the Tourism Program Specialist with Economic Development.
Good morning, Dawn Richardson, Special Projects Program Manager for Department of Economic Development. Sorry, that's a mouthful.
Good morning, everyone. Nicole White, Business Development Specialist for Economic Development.
Good morning, Caroline Trosbach, Agricultural Development Specialist with Economic Development.
Hi, Rose Crowell, Office Assistant with Economic Development.
Good morning. My name is Luke Williamson. On behalf of my wife and myself, we are the new owners of Lord Calvert Bowling Center. We purchased in November of '22. I first want to thank the commissioners and their staff a couple months ago, you guys made great comments about Lord Calvert Bowling Center. I think Commissioner Cox and a couple others spoke about that, and I want to say thank you very much for doing that. Me and my wife met in high school here at Patuxent High School. She was born and raised here. We bowled since high school. I worked at the bowling alley, so we are very much engaged in the community. We understand the importance of what the bowling alley means to everybody, and we're slowly but surely making progress. So, thank you.
And your place is for tradition in this county. I mean, that's, you know, that's still a landmark for me in this city, because I don't do roads. I'll say we can make a right by the bowling alley. I'll still do that. And when I used to, sorry. When a million years ago, I was supposed to be a rock star. I wasn't supposed to be here. Yeah. Anyhow, Greg Humphrey's farm is right before there on the left-hand side. So I always say, where'd you guys practice? So right before the bowling alley, make a left. I mean, that is, if I go north, everything is by the bowling alley, which was north or south of that. Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Still gets lost coming here sometimes.
That's why they have GPS.
All right. Good morning. My name is Ryan Crowley. I am one of the owners of Cruisin' Tiki's, Solomon's Island.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. It's an honor to be here. My name is Adam Tremper. I am doing the fireworks in Solomon's this year. I'm volunteering to orchestrate that. So if any of you are interested in helping out with any of the fireworks, please let me know. But I am the owner of Spooky Solomon's Ghost Tours. So we do ghost tours in Solomon's Island. The purpose of it is to attract people to the island to learn about the legends and history of the island. People ask me, do you believe in ghosts? I say, well, I'm ghost agnostic. I don't believe in them. I don't disbelieve in them. I just like telling the history of the island, and ghost tours are a great way to bring people in, and they're interested in learning that history and the legends. Thank you.
So if I volunteer, you gonna let me light them off? You give me a lighter and let me get down there and light them?
I can't. I don't think that's safe. But
Every kid wants to do that part and light those off. You know that.
Sure, check with me first.
Good morning. It's an honor to be here. My name is Allie Harrington. My business is the Alley Catwalk Boutique. Many people know me by my groovy pink 1978 Airstream camper. So if you guys have seen her flying around maybe at events. I also have an online presence, and I'm super excited to be opening a 2,000 square foot store here very soon in Solomon's with the shops at Patuxent Plaza. We have a lot of amazing businesses coming, and just super, super excited for Solomon's and the local community.
Hi, I'm Grace Fadley, Business Programs Assistant, and I just want to say thank you to the businesses that showed up today. We really appreciate you.
And I'm Julie Oberg, Director of Economic Development. These ladies up here make my job so easy because they do a great job every single day working with our business community, with the tourism industry, with agriculture, and I'm so grateful to them, and they're amazing. And I just wanted to take a moment to recognize them and thank all the businesses here in Calvert County for choosing Calvert as home for your business. So thank you.
Good morning. Excuse me. I'm Maggie Cheney. I'm with the Rod and Reel Resort in Chesapeake Beach, Maryland. And I'm very grateful to be here today with everyone. Wanted to let you know we're finishing up the final phase of our development project that we've started since 2017. And we're having our our first banquet event this Friday. And then May 11th, the dock outside will be open for everyone. So you'll be able to walk through our brand new atrium, which is beautiful. I encourage all of you to come down as soon as you can to look at it. And you can walk right through there, out back to our new dock bar, and then come to a Rock the Dock concert.
And your first event is what?
First Rock the Dock event?
No, Friday night is what?
Friday night.
Get a little plug for Calvert Hospice of Chesapeake.
Boots and Bling. What? I'm sorry. Thank you. Boots and Bling.
Right.
Yes. Are you coming?
Unfortunately, I'm not. I will be represented though.
Okay. Thank you.
That's awesome. And you can see everybody has a story. And that's the cool thing about all that is small business is tough. Business in general is hard. But everybody has a cool story we got there. I mean, that is the neatest thing. We're like growing up bowling and you're doing, and being able to do that. And I mean, and like with your vehicle and I mean, just all the stories are great. I mean, Rod and Reel's been gorgeous since before I was born. And I actually went to you got a new business inside that parking garage. I don't get north of St. Leonard much, but I did end up there and I was like, let's go check that out. But there's so many good stories. And I will tell you, it changes all the time, right? In small business, you think you get opened up and then you just go for every year there's a new surprise. And that's where Kathy's group is great, because to navigate those waters, you don't even know sometimes that these changes have happened. And then all of a sudden you get this letter in the mail that you owe money for this that you didn't know anything about, or there's a new thing you got to do payroll wise. I mean, there's just so much goes into it. And that's why a lot of times businesses fail. You can be the best chef in the world, but you better be a business person first. I mean, that food can taste great, but if you're buying wrong on the materials and all, and that's where this group here is they're there for all of that. They can do that legwork that you can't do because you're working and you just don't have the time to be on hold with the state for 2 hours on a bill you don't owe. I'm sorry. Did I mention that? I mean, sorry. Yeah. How did you give me my other permits? Oh, I'm sorry. But anyhow, you guys know what I'm talking about, so it's just awesome that you guys are there. And I always love this week because you truly put food on your neighbor's table when you shop local. I mean, and there's nothing better than when those farmers markets get opening up and stuff, the produce and all that stuff. That's great stuff. So if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think, but yeah, just anybody that's out there doing that, it's really cool that you keep doing it, because it ain't easy. All right. Whereas the week of May 12th to 16/25 has been designated National Economic Development Week by the International Economic Development Council, and whereas National Economic Development Week was established to raise awareness of local programs and services that create jobs, advance career development opportunities, and enhance the quality of life in our communities. And whereas the Calvert County Department of Economic Development promotes economic well-being and strengths the community by creating, retaining, and expanding jobs that foster growth, build wealth, and provide a stable tax base. And whereas economic development professionals serve as stewards, bridging connections between community stakeholders such as residents, business leaders, elected officials, industry executives, and educational institutions to foster collaboration and job creation, community investment, infrastructure development, and a shared vision for future growth. And whereas Calvert County is committed to maintaining the Department of Economic Development that serves as a hub for business, agriculture, and tourism, delivering local, state, and federal resources to enhance the community's competitiveness and contribute to economic growth and vitality. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Calvert County that May 12th through the 16th, 25, be recognized as National Economic Development Week in Calvert County to highlight the importance of economic development and expanding career opportunities and improving the welfare of all citizens. Be it further proclaimed that we encourage all citizens to recognize the contributions of economic development organizations and the vital role they play in building and sustaining a strong local economy. Given under our hands and sealed this 6th day, May 25, signed by all 5 county commissioners. Well, they don't keep that on the side, so you're
front row squish.
Come on over, I'm gonna do it.
And they're gonna see just the front row, you've got to foot that way. Just to make y'all look good, I promise. Sheba, can you think about a... Perfect. 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Good seeing you, yes indeed.
Oh, that'll do it.
What's your shop open?
We got the electricians on the lighting. Might be one coming next week. Exactly. I think they told me they're gonna come, so I'll show you the space and talk about everything yeah, awesome. Great.
Good seeing you.
Thanks for everything.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to help do the fireworks?
I can't, yeah.
We could do that.
That is a landmark. That is a landmark, I kid you not. Oh, yeah. I don't even know Cowboy
Have a wonderful
Who even knows it's called Little Cat? It's always called the bowling alley. It's been, you know, you change your name to the big thing out of
Have a good day.
So the next proclamation is for Children's Mental Health Awareness Week. Commissioner Brasso?
Is Sarah here?
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
I'm Andrea McDonald Finland. I'm the Director at the Calvert County Local Behavioral Health Authority, and I want to thank you so much for this proclamation today. At the Local Behavioral Health Authority, we know how important children's mental health is. Promoting youth mental health promotes adult mental health, as well as reducing and preventing substance use disorder in adults as well. So we're really happy to bring awareness to this topic today. And to fight to end stigma and discrimination against youth getting help for mental health disorders. We have a couple of announcements as well. We're really excited to announce that today at the Career Technology Academy from 4:30 to 6:30, in partnership with Calvert County Public Schools, we're holding the Spring into Wellness Behavioral Health Fair. It's a resource fair for families and youth who want to get information about what's available in our community when it comes to behavioral health services and supports. And at the Behavioral Health Fair, we will be displaying submissions from our 2025 Suicide Prevention Art Contest that we had in the schools. And actually, we have all of the submissions here today. I have the winners. We have a painting by Ruby, and this painting is going to be put on posters for our Suicide Prevention Art Contest. We are really excited, and we will bring you the posters as soon as they have been printed. And then we also have a logo submission by, I believe it was Madison. And both of these are public school students who submitted their artworks for our Suicide Prevention Art Contest. So we're going to utilize this image here and adapt it into a logo that we will put on promotional materials to reduce stigma and educate the public about behavioral health in our community. And there were 8 submissions, so some of my friends here with me today have some of the other submissions that we wanted to share with you guys to celebrate the hard work that these kids put into fighting stigma in our community. And the theme for this year's art contest was Stronger Together, really emphasizing that when we come together as a community to support each other, that we can really all recover and have happy, healthy lives together. So thank you so much for your efforts to help us raise awareness in our community, and we hope to see some of you and our community tonight at the health fair. Thank you.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
What is the procedure? Are these individuals referred, and then when they come to you, walk us through the process of how you help? these individuals?
Absolutely. So the local behavioral health authority, we're not a service provider, but we are sort of we're responsible for making sure that there are resources here in our community. So if you were to contact us at the health department, we know what all the resources are. So you can call us and tell us, hey, here's my story, here's what I have going on, here's what's going on with my family member, and we can assist you with identifying the resources that may be helpful to whether it's to start on that path of recovery or towards adding supplementary services. Sometimes maybe therapy is just not enough and you need a case manager. Sometimes you need to get connected to medication management. There are some kids who may need a residential treatment stay in order to stabilize before coming back into the community and getting really intensive in-home supports. So it really is sort of like we really aim for individualized treatment and ensuring that there is a large array of services available in our community to meet everybody's individualized needs. Because what looks like recovery for one person isn't necessarily the same recovery path for another person. And so there are folks who need support groups, there are folks who need medications, and really just being open and having those services available is really essential to having a happy and healthy community and population.
One more question. Is our school system doing a good job when an individual has to go in what I want to call it? I don't think it's hospitalization, but I know there are some in-care facilities. And is our school system good with keeping these students up to snuff with their grades? So when they go back to school, that is one thing they're not having to deal with. They're on target with their grades.
Absolutely. We work really closely with the school system, both for big events like what we've got going on this afternoon or this evening at the Career Technology Academy, and making resources available. They've partnered with a number of service providers through the Maryland Consortium on Coordinated Community Supports to implement in-school behavioral health resources, as well as to help and get families connected to what services and resources there are available. So we actually, the LBHA, we have a grant that we administer to Maryland Coalition of Families for school-based services coordination, with family peer support services. So it's a family member who has been down this road before, someone who has a child or a loved one who is receiving services, has navigated the system. They're now here for you to provide emotional support and get you connected to resources to act as an advocate. This service actually, I think we contracted back in December, and we've been seeing a lot of movement within that service. So the school social workers have really been making a lot of referrals to that program, making sure that the families who have kids who need help have somebody who's there in their corner rooting for them, but also helping them to navigate what can be a really complicated system of services. And then just in general with getting kids up into residential treatment placements, when appropriate, the school system does assist with paying for those educational placements at the residential treatment centers. And they are very involved with transitioning kids back into the community once their stay at residential treatment is over. They call treatment team meetings and work on what services are the kids going to need both in school and outside of school in order to be successful when they return from those placements. Because transition can be really hard. It's a very stressful time, and it can be a time when kids need the most support in order to ensure success. And having a big interdisciplinary team, so that's a team of lots of different stakeholders, lots of different types of service providers to really come together and to say, here's how we can support this youth and their family as they're transitioning back from what has been a difficult time period of intensive treatment.
I'm so glad to see that there is also help for the family, because everybody's in this together.
Absolutely.
And it's a scary time, I would imagine, for parents when their child is facing a crisis. And let's face it, if you don't have full-blown depression, we all get down from time to time. And there are also, during our lifetime, there are times when we've maybe never been down or depressed before, and depression can hit like that.
Absolutely.
It can. So thank you for what you're doing. It is, and what you have just said, I hope I hope it will help some parents and some adolescents to reach out and get the help that they need. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. There's no shame in needing help sometimes.
There isn't, not at all. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I am Claire Lehman, the office assistant with the Family Network. And this week we are coordinating the 5th annual Chalk the Walk event in recognition of Children's Mental Health Awareness Week. So during the week, Calvert County residents are encouraged to use chalk to draw pictures and write positive messages on designated public sidewalks or on their own sidewalks. And the goal of this event is to raise awareness, reduce stigma, and help encourage conversations about children's mental health and well-being. And we are super proud this year. We have over 70 partners, including public schools, the libraries, CCPR, parks and community centers, Calvert Health, local businesses, and so many more. And so we invite you all to chalk the walk outside in front of the courthouse by the benches. We put out our yard sign and some chalk for you all.
Thank you.
Thank
Come on
you.
up.
Afraid to touch it, but I don't think it's
You'll be fine.
Good morning. My name is Suzanne McGowan. I am a supervisor in student services for Calvert County Public Schools. On behalf of Calvert County Public Schools, I really want to thank you for your acknowledgement of the important issue of school mental health and mental health of our young people. As was alluded to before, our young people of Calvert County really are on the forefront of reducing the stigma of how important the mental health crisis is and how important it is to access help. Definitely much more so than my generation and generations before. So I want to just thank you for this acknowledgement.
Thank you. Come on up.
Good morning. I am Tiffany McFarland. I am the mental health coordinator for Calvert County Public Schools. Ms. McGowan is actually my supervisor. So I just wanted to touch on some things that were kind of already talked about. With the help of the local behavioral health authority, we are having an event tonight called Spring into Wellness, where a lot of resources will be there that help children with behavioral issues, mental health needs, things like that. So if you know anybody, we also have a lot of family-friendly things going on there. We have K&J Co-op, the petting zoo that will be there. They can also take pictures with mini cows because, as you all saw with the guinea pigs, everybody needs animals for their mental health, and it helps boost everything and makes everybody happy. And we'll also have a free food truck there. The Girl Sergeant is coming and providing food for people in attendance that do this like mini scavenger hunt through the building at the Career and Technology Center. In the schools, we are participating in Chalk the Walk this week, so the schools have different times. There's testing going on this week, so they have to kind of do it in between that, but different times that they will be doing Chalk the Walk to support children's mental health. We are wearing green on May 9th, which is Children's Mental Health Awareness Day this month. And then our school social workers, school counselors, and school psychologists have done mental health activities in the schools for the month of May with the children. All of the high schools are putting on some sort of like mini mental health awareness day where at the lunches the students can come and talk to different providers that are going to be there and see what they need support in. And then the middle schools and the primary schools are just doing different activities like rock painting and things like that. The LBHA also gave every single school a huge 8-foot by 4-foot banner that says "We are stronger together," and the kids get to decorate it with permanent marker and everything, and the schools get to keep it.
That is so great. That really minimizes the stigma and makes children aware of other children's needs without the judgment. Didn't you all have a couple of years ago, you had pictures that were painted by some students down at CSM? Was that part of your group or was that separate?
That was separate, but yes, it was students in our school that did that, yes.
And what I really noticed about that was there was no stigma, and they could freely mingle among the guests and show off their artwork without the fear of being judged. I thought it was great. And one of you talked about the stigmas from generations ago. it is so great that these kids talk among themselves now and share, because I know in my parents' generation, you never let that out of the house. My generation got better, and then my children's generation is much, much more embracing of mental health within their communities. So you're doing great work.
The children are definitely way more self-aware right now with what they need. I talk to school counselors and school social workers all the time that are like, well, this student came to me and they would like help and things like that. So
That's wonderful.
It is great. And to answer your earlier question about like grades and transitioning, we work with the local hospital to try and have a transition meeting before a student comes back into the school system to see like how we can help and take that stress off of them,
Good.
especially because that is usually a big stressor for a lot of the students.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, Sarah Bailey. I'm the Child and Adolescent Coordinator at the Calvert County LBHA.
Danielle Vermont, Agency Grant Specialist with the Calvert County LBHA.
Justin Thompson, Agency Grant Specialist at the Calvert County LBHA.
Good morning, Julie Machino, Coordinator for the Family Network.
Good morning, Kathy Rubleski, Office Assistant at Calvert Alliance Against Substance Abuse. I'm here representing Candace DiAgostino, our coordinator who couldn't make it today.
Good morning, Erin Farley, Calvert Health Community Wellness Coordinator.
Amy Dowling, Calvert Health Community Wellness Health Educator.
Good morning. I'm Alicia Johnson. I'm the Executive Director of Behavioral Health at Calvert Health. Just to piggyback off of what my partners up here have said, Calvert Health Medical Center is working really hard with our school system, with our local behavioral health authority, to make sure that we are able to service the community as best as we can in partnership with all of the other amazing agencies and services that are in Calvert County. Calvert Health Medical Center has the highest level of care available for adolescents and adults regarding their mental and behavioral health. And so we're working really hard to live that we are better together and really work with our local agencies to make sure that our children and our adolescents in our communities get what they need. Thank you.
Well, thank you all for being here today. I tell you, Calvert County, the longer I'm in this job, I knew it was a great place to live, but it gets better and better because of people like you and what we offer to our community. Thank you all so much for being here. Whereas children's mental health is a crucial component of overall health and well-being, and positive mental health is essential to a child's healthy development from birth. And whereas Children's Mental Health Awareness Week is an annual opportunity to raise public awareness about the importance of supporting the mental health of children and adolescents. And whereas raising awareness about children's mental health helps reduce the stigma surrounding mental health challenges and seeking support. And whereas the Calvert County Local Behavioral Health Authority, in collaboration with the Calvert County Board of County Commissioners, encourages the community to join in recognizing this important week and to support efforts that foster understanding and promote access to mental health resources. And whereas Calvert County is home to numerous resources and support systems for children and families navigating mental health concerns, and public education about these resources is vital to the well-being of our youth and community. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Calvert County Board of County Commissioners recognizes the week of May 4th through the 10th, 2025, be known as Children's Mental Health Awareness Week in Calvert County. Be it further proclaimed that the Board of County Commissioners expresses gratitude to all mental health professionals, educators, families, and advocates working to support the emotional and psychological well-being of children and youth. Given under our hands and sealed this 6th day of May, 2025, signed by all 5 county commissioners.
Julie, can I have you and switch?
Yes, spots.
Again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi,
Hi.
Finally found somebody your
That's
size.
right, that's right. We'll stand tall, won't we?
Right, absolutely.
Try to ask this other front row to move a little bit this way, please. Thank you. Got it. 3, 2, 1. Make sure to- 3, 2, 1. Thank you all so much for all you do.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
How are you? Everybody, hello. So the turkey picture. You too.
You need to see. I know. Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Just for the record, Commissioner Hart had to leave to attend a funeral, so there's gonna be 3 of us up here now.
Marcus.
Next item on the agenda is an award, Department of Human Resources recognition of the Leadership Academy graduates.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
My name is Lisa Viverette. I am a Human Resources Analyst 2 with the Department of Human Resources. Thank you for the opportunity to be here today to recognize and celebrate the employees who have completed our inaugural Leadership Academy training series. The program represents a major step in our commitment to developing leadership talent within the county. With me today is Paula Caluzzi. She is a program manager with the College of Southern Maryland. She was instrumental in coordinating the successful program with me. Also with me today is Dina Davis, Deputy Director of Human Resources. A little background, in 2024, the county administrator issued a training and development strategy policy to establish a standardized approach for equipping employees with the skills necessary to perform their current roles effectively and prepare for future responsibilities. A key component of this policy was the implementation of an annual in-person supervisory training program for high-potential employees. Completion of this program is now a prerequisite for participation in local, state, or national leadership development programs. In collaboration with the College of Southern Maryland, we developed a Leadership Academy training series focused on strengthening key supervisory and leadership competencies. The program included 6 sessions on foundational leadership skills, team development, effective communication, emotional intelligence, conflict management, and inclusive leadership. Held from September 2024 through February 2025, the series provided participants with practical tools to lead effectively and navigate the complexities of the modern workplace. We are proud to report that 21 employees successfully completed the program, earning certificates and 30 CEUs. Their achievement reflects a strong commitment to professional growth, collaboration, and lifelong learning. I am now going to call up these employees and introduce them to the citizens and to the board. Dina and Paula will be handing out certificates. Please hold your applause until the end. First, we have Mary Andes, Acting Budget Deputy Director with the Department of Finance and Budget. Mary could not be with us today. John Bennett, Public Broadcast Manager with the Department of Communications and Media Relations. Kelly Carlson, Career EMS Assistant Division Chief with the Department of Public Safety. Hillary Daly, Tourism Program Specialist with the Department of Economic Development. Lane Gleisner Ritchie, Museum Registrar with the Calvert Marine Museum. Brandy Hood, Animal Shelter Care Supervisor with the Department of Public Safety. Tom Jones, General Services Deputy Director with the Department of Public Works. Izumi Kawakami, Communications Program Specialist with the Department of Communications and Media Relations. Julie Machino, Family Network Coordinator with the Department of Community Resources. Andrew Miller, Computer Services Supervisor with the Department of Technology Services. Christy Owen, Aging Services Program Manager with the Department of Community Resources. Amaya Peak Tam, Planner 3 with the Department of Planning and Zoning. Kirsten Perry, Special Facilities Division Chief with the Department of Parks and Recreation. Sarah Petska, Business Manager with the Calvert Marine Museum. Ryan Purcell, Radio Systems Support Administrator with the Department of Public Safety. Ryan could not join us today. James Ritter, Enterprise Fund Operations Deputy Director with the Department of Public Works. Summer Rowan, Planner 2 with the Department of Planning and Zoning. John Silcox, Network Supervisor with the Department of Technology Services. Casey Waldron, Acting Accounting Manager with the Department of Finance and Budget. Nicole White, Business Development Specialist with the Department of Economic Development. And I, Lisa Viverette, was also a part of the Leadership Academy.
So just really quickly, Melanie Woodson, Human Resources Director, I just want to say congratulations to every single one of you that received their certificate. Thank you so much for your participation and taking the time out of your work because you had to take time away from your desk in order to be able to participate in this program. I appreciate the Board of County Commissioners for supporting this effort, and definitely thank you to the partnership with the College of Southern Maryland. And Lisa and Dina, thank you for all of your hard work to put the training program together. Thank you very much.
Hurry up, they need to get back to work.
Okay, quick thing, if your photo is facing forward at the moment, you can turn it around, please. And yes, there's going to be scooching.
Scooching.
If I switch you to the back row and have Julie Machino, Izumi, and I forget your name. Amalia. Sorry.
No, Brandy.
Andrew. Yes, y'all come to the front, please.
Yeah, come on down and we're gonna see you. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Front row, yep, if you can open up your certificates and board
We're gonna just do a little bit more, so you don't have to be smiling quite yet. The back row now have
John Silcox.
John Silcox,
Yep,
Tom,
space
and
out a little
Amelia.
bit.
So it's all one row of people, please. Yep, and Randy as well over that.
Me, you where?
To your left. The door. Hillary down to the end. Right. Got a whole second. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go. So glad everyone has friends. Everyone's name is legible. This is great. Oh.
I'll be you. Here, we'll swap it real quick. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Good job, Katie.
everyone check your work. Thank you all for your patience. Really appreciate it. Thank you all for your patience. All this. We can all look at it. Thank you. Yes. All right. Here's your chance to blink. Smile.
There you go.
3, 2, 1. Hopefully one of those works. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations. Have a good day. Thank you. Congrats. Congratulations. Congrats. It was good. Perfect.
Congratulations, Sean. Tom. Certificate. It's been really easy.
Wow.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
What did he say?
Must have been the 50% rule for the grading.
Got it.
That was a big class.
It was. So the next item on the agenda is an appointment. Deputy Administrator Turner.
Good morning, Commissioners. Linda Turner, Deputy County Administrator. Before you this morning, we have 2 appointments for the Board of Appeals. Staff recommends the Board of County Commissioners appoint Thomas Briscoe as a full voting member and Sonia Wagner to the first alternate position of the Board of Appeals. Following these
I'm sorry.
Following these appointments, there will be 1 vacancy for the second alternate position remaining.
I move that we appoint Thomas Briscoe as a full voting member and Sonia Wagner to the first alternate position of the Board of Appeals.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on that motion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. So
Thank
the next item on the agenda is consent. We have 5 items today. Item 1, Calvert County Sheriff's Office Fiscal Year 2026 Gun Violence Reduction Grant Program. Item 2, Calvert County Sheriff's Office Fiscal Year 2026 Local Warrant Apprehension and Absconding Grant Program. Item 3, Calvert County Sheriff's Office Fiscal Year 2026 Community Grant Program Fund. Item 4, Calvert County Sheriff's Office Fiscal Year 2026 Maryland Criminal Intelligence Network / Overdose and Drug Awareness Coordinator Grant Program. Item 5, Department of Public Works Lease for Calvert Advanced Life Support Unit Incorporated. Is there any objections to those items listed under consent today?
None.
I have none. I move that we adopt and approve the consent agenda items.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that we adopt and approve the items under consent today. Is there any discussion on that motion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I hear you, Commissioner Cox. Motion passes.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is new business. Item 1, Department of Community Resources 2025 on behalf of Bonds Program. Director Moreland, good morning.
Good morning. Jennifer Moreland, Director of Community Resources. I'll read you this memo. Background, the Internal Revenue Code limits the amount of private activity bonds that may be issued in each state. Annually, the Maryland Department of Commerce, MDC, issues its private activity bond initial allocation, wherein it allocates the Maryland state ceiling among counties. Any allocation not used by September 30th, 2025 automatically reverts to the Secretary's reserve on October 1st, 2025, unless it is transferred to another issuer or is used to issue private activity bonds. Calvert County Government's fiscal year 2025 housing bond allocation is $4,360,083, with a non-housing bond allocation of $1,494,855 and a bonus non-housing allocation of $373,721. Calvert County Government has received the annual invitation to participate in the On Behalf of Bonds Local Governments Housing Program, OBO. Under this program, the Department of Housing and Community Development, DHCD, pulls participants' housing bond allocations to fund housing programs or to issue mortgage credit certificates on behalf of the local government with county-based caps removed. The following is a breakdown of allocation versus actual usage over the past fiscal years. I'm not going to read that, but you can see on the memo that for this FY25 year-to-date, with the $4,360,083, we've had 42 loans, and those loans are going to Calvert County residents and they're receiving housing loans under the Maryland Mortgage Program. which is $14,753,229 value in loans. Additionally, Section 13-804A of the Financial Institutions Article of the Annotated Code of Maryland requires each county to submit a report approved in writing by its bond counsel to the Secretary of the MDC with information regarding the amount and types of bonds issued pursuant to its total allocation. Discussion. To participate in the OBO program, a local government must transfer its allocation to DHCD in writing on or before June 15th, 2025. Fiscal impact none. The Department of Community Resources recommends that the Board of County Commissioners authorize the board president to sign Attachment 1 and the letter to the Maryland Department of Commerce. And I will say, if you are asked how Calvert County supports affordable housing, this is one way, because you're getting funding that's pooled with other counties around the state into the Maryland Mortgage Program, which, gives our income-eligible residents an opportunity for homeownership in Calvert County.
So what's the interest rate on those?
It varies year to year. But it is under the average, FHA loan.
Relative to a bank
so-
loan, it's
Right.
half or 25% less? or
So like,
something?
let's say 7% is what the average FHA loan is at this point. It's probably a percentage underneath it.
Okay.
So
Just
it's
so
not a
people-
huge decrease, but it's meaningful for residents. And then we also have House Keys for Employees. It's another DHCD program that we match funds with that also benefits our local residents.
And it's based on your income and your family size?
Yep, that is correct.
And how many loans do we currently have out, do you know? Or it's in their report?
42 loans. I think in the past year, we've done 2 House Keys for Employees grants, which are also matched by DHCD.
Very good.
And the program goes back, we talked earlier, pretty far back. It's a successful program that we've participated in.
Yes, to my knowledge, certainly over the 15 to 20 years that we've been doing this. And I do want to acknowledge my executive administrative assistant, Lorraine Joyner, has been the longtime administrator of this program for Calvert, and she's retiring this year. So this is the last on behalf of bonds that she's coordinating for the commissioners. And I've been well taught by her, so hopefully my next executive assistant will be able to have the pass down for all the information she's bestowed to me.
Okay.
So the average loan is right at 350,000 or so.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
these.
so these are income eligible. You're not gonna see the average loan is, or the average home now is higher than 350,000 in Calvert County. So this is for, your working class, folks. A lot of these home loans can go to people working for Calvert County government.
I think the average in Calvert County is 549 or something
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
higher. Oh, those homes on the waterfront, they really skew
Yeah.
the numbers, don't they?
People say you can't find a house for 300,000 in Calvert County, but they're out there.
There are.
Few and far between.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just gotta look and.
Certainly they're in southern Calvert. But yeah, it's a little harder to find that further north you go.
Any
other
motion?
questions? Yes, sir.
So I move that we authorize the board president to sign Attachment 1 in the letter to the Maryland Department of Commerce.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on that motion?
None?
I have none.
Listen for Commissioner Cox. Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Director Moore.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
The next
Thanks,
item.
Jennifer.
Excuse me?
I was just saying thanks.
Next item on the agenda, new business, item 2, Department of Economic Development plans for 2025 Business Appreciation Week. Director?
Thank you, Commissioners. Julie Oberg, Director of Economic Development, and I'd like to recognize the efforts of Kathy McAdams, our Business Retention Specialist, as well as Hillary Daly, our Tourism Specialist. They have been instrumental in pulling together everything, along with Sarah Frey and Grace Fadley on our team. And I'll hand it over to Kathy.
Good morning again, Commissioners. Due to time, and since we already discussed the proclamation, Business Appreciation, do you mind if I just run through the activities for the week?
Yes.
Great, thank you.
That'd be fine.
There was a change to the memo that was submitted, and this is a positive thing. At 1 o'clock today, we are going to do a citation for Radio Shack in front of the courthouse to celebrate over 40 years in business. At 3 o'clock, we're doing an anniversary visit for the Humane Society of Calvert County, and they have been in business for 50 years. On Monday, we're going to do a ribbon cutting at 10:30 a.m. for Fresco Studios, which is in Dunkirk. They are a new business that just opened. Our big day is Tuesday, May the 13th. From noon to 4:30, along with the commissioners, we will visit 15 different businesses, and our theme this year is Business of Tourism. So we're going to have a lot of fun visits, including the ones that were here today. On Wednesday, we'll have at 9 o'clock our Economic Development Advisory Commission meeting, and that'll also be a fun meeting. We're going to do a big Kahuna cruise out of Solomon's. At 11:30, we will have an anniversary visit with Jake's Produce. They're celebrating 35 years in business, and they're in Port Republic. And on Thursday, May the 15th, at 8:30 a.m., we're going to have an AI workshop. And we're partnering with the Small Business Development Center. That will be at the College of Southern Maryland. And I would like to report that we already have 65 people signed up to take that class. And to end out the day, we're going to have at 4:30, we're going to have an after hours at Mully's. Always a lot of fun. They're going to have a beer that is going to be named after Business Appreciation Week, and we're going to have appetizers. And we're partnering with the Chamber of Commerce and the Calvert County Minority Business Alliance. So thank you for your time today, and I hope you come out and join all of the events.
It's going to be busy.
Yes, sir. But we love it. It's a great week.
It's the signature event for the department, and they do a great job organizing it.
So I know that in Southern Maryland, they capture vacancy rates for commercial space. Do you know what the current vacancy rate is for Calvert County?
It's about 3.6%, which is under the average for Maryland as a whole.
Because we get comments once in a while about all the empty storefronts in the shopping centers, and I tell people that normally we have the lowest vacancy rate of anywhere in Southern Maryland, and they always are surprised.
And we still do.
They see 2 stores closed, and they think that, it's horrible, but actually there's a shortage of space in Calvert County, and we hear complaints about rents are too high because there is a shortage of commercial space.
And it's also the life cycle of the business. So we have some great ribbon cuttings coming up and celebrations, so.
It is.
So those that vacate, what's the typical turnaround time on those? Do we have any idea? Within a year or so, there'll probably be somebody else coming in? Or?
It all depends upon the space.
Right.
So some of the smaller spaces go by very quickly. I will say right now, we do have a grant opportunity from Project Restore right here on Main Street. So we're working to get that rented, and it's a grant opportunity for a business to go into that space.
Okay, good.
Any particular kind of business or just?
They're looking
wide open?
for, because it's a relatively smaller space, they're looking for a service provider, professional service opportunity. So, but we've had several interested people in looking at the space, and we just advertised it this week with new updates.
I spoke with someone last Friday, and her uncle was mayor of, is it Leonardtown, St. Leonard? Leonardtown. Leonardtown in St. Mary's County.
Yeah,
I get them mixed up. And we were talking about, their progression in refurbishing that area and then the water area and so on and so forth. And she said it took about 30 years to get it the way it is now. And I was kind of surprised. But I know we're looking to do that. And just so everybody knows, it's not going to happen overnight. Baby steps.
That's right.
For sure. And I was sad to see in the shopping center by Giant, remember the play group that was there? They went out of business.
So I will say they are opening a daycare right here on Main Street. So
Oh,
we're working with them, so
okay.
they've just kind of pivoted a little bit.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, ma'am. So we are working with them still, and they're coming back around.
Oh, great. That's good to know.
So Big Lots is vacated. Do you know if there's somebody going into that space?
We are working with Fox Run Shopping Center. We get updates on who's coming in. I do want to say that they are doing a lot of beautification there. If you notice, there's been a lot of change to the facades, signage has been going up. So they're kind of, although they have had some vacancies, they are getting new businesses in there, and we meet with them on a monthly basis to provide assistance and just keep in touch with them. So don't be fearful. They do have a plan, so.
And Armory Square is scheduled to start opening.
Yes, I think it's July. I think their first two stores will open up.
Seems crazy.
And we do work with planning and zoning on that as well. We meet every month to get updates on businesses.
The eating establishments, do you know what's going in there? Because my grandson was going back to college and he said, are they putting a Raising Cane in there? And I said, I don't know.
Not that we're aware of. We do know
Okay.
that Foster's
Yes.
is coming in, and they'll be one of the first ones to open up as well.
Okay.
And Always Ice Cream, I think, is another one, and they've got, I think, like a hibachi type restaurant and a couple others that we don't have here yet.
Okay.
And just while we're talking about economic development, there's always the myth floating around that when something doesn't come or something does come, why are they doing that, referencing us? And we have no control over the businesses that go in these shopping centers or storefronts. It's, there are certain requirements in town centers, but we don't ban anybody from coming. People are begging for a Target. Based on the data I know, Target's not coming to Calvert County. We just don't have the population for
Yes,
a
I remember the
Target.
Chick-fil-A Red Roof, right?
Pi-
But we
Pizza
now
Hut.
have a Chick-fil-A.
For
So-
20 years, all you heard was, we can't get a Pizza Hut because they won't let them have a red roof. Well,
That's
as far as I know, Pizza Hut never looked at Calvert County to come here, so it's free market, it's open. We can't make somebody come, and we certainly don't stop most people from coming. So.
And when you tell people that, they still, some of them still want to argue with you. And I said, it's like if somebody said you can't paint your front door red, that's your property, that's your front door. So what was developed in Dunkirk and is developed in Prince Frederick, even though they mirror each other, like Commissioner Hant said, we have no control over that. You can't tell a developer what to put in and what not to put in.
Yes, and we would like to, in economic development, we like to support the businesses and the developers, and we're here for the long haul. So,
Well, great.
thank you for your time.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Do we have a motion?
No, there's just an
Okay,
update.
okay.
Oh, we do have a motion. I'm sorry.
I
I
think
was
it
skipping ahead.
pro forma.
Excuse me?
I think it was pro forma, Mr. President. I think you've given staff direction
Oh,
to schedule
okay.
this.
I didn't think it required a motion, but then I see down here, sorry. So that brings us to public comment.
We do have one person who's joined us online. If you wish to speak at public comment, please use the raise your hand function. And is there anyone in the room for public comment? Okay, this participant has not raised their hand, so I presume there's no one for public comment. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, that brings us to commissioner reports. Commissioner Grasso?
Okay, I attended North Beach First Friday. It was really crowded. I am telling you, when we left, the cars were coming in almost backed up at one point to the American Legion. And then the farmer's market is open, ready for business the next day. I'd like to thank the sheriff and his office. I attended a funeral on Friday, and a police presence wasn't requested, so it was a large funeral, and I requested that we get some presents, and within 10 minutes before the family got out of the funeral home, they were there, and they always do such a great job. Reminder, Boots and Bling is this Friday, Hospice of the Chesapeake. That's who's sponsoring it and raising money for a good cause, and we're going to be the first event at the Rod and Reel. And also, I'd like to wish a happy birthday to Miss Charlie Britton. That's it.
Thank you. Commissioner Cox?
Yes, sir. The only thing I have, Mr. President, is I keep in your prayers the Brady family. They done had to pass a hard couple years and passing of another family member. So please keep the Brady family in your prayers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Arlen?
So May 1st was Big Kahuna Cruises ribbon cutting. I saw them out and about over the weekend. For those of you who don't know, it's like a Hawaiian-themed cruise boat that's going to do tours around Solomons. You can reach out to Big Kahuna Cruises for them. I wish them a successful season. Like I said, it's something that a lot of people I think will enjoy in Solomons this summer. So I wish them the best. May 2nd, Ricky Weems had his retirement party at Company 7. He retired from the sheriff's office. I think he's going to be a short-time retiree. I think he's going to come back as a contractual employee. And he's also chief of our St. Leonard Firehouse. So he may have been retired from the sheriff's office, but I think he's going to keep himself plenty busy. Keep your vehicles locked, folks. We've had quite a few break-ins of vehicles. Crews are coming down, focused on different neighborhoods. They actually stole 1 or 2 vehicles. Very unfortunate. Most of these people that are doing these crimes are not from our county. Fortunately, we have some good detective work and good patrol officer work where they're getting leads and they're actually able to make arrests on some of these. But just pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to your surroundings. We also had a robbery at the BP in Dunkirk this past week. So there again, I mean, these aren't necessarily people from our county. These people are coming in our county to wreak havoc, and our sheriff's office is doing their part to hunt them down and catch them and deter that type of behavior. But it's very hard to stop. Unfortunately, we haven't had these problems, but it seems to be coming our way pretty hard. So just be vigilant. Be safe. Thanks.
Thank you. So, didn't much happen last week, but I do have a story. Brian Brady, who passed this week, fought brain cancer for years.
Yeah, he was a big, strong man.
Did really good in his fight, and was mentioned the Brady family's had a pretty tough span the last couple of years. They've lost several family members to cancer. But here's my Brian Brady story. So most of you know I was in the fire department, so was Brian, and I'm at the firehouse one day, and a call comes out for a house fire on Hance Road, and I tell them I'm driving because I know Hance Road, and Brian Brady's riding shotgun with me, and we kept asking, whose house is it? And they kept saying, we don't know. Smecco called it in, the house, smoke rolling out of the house, and we got halfway down Broomazon Road, and Brian kept asking, whose house, whose house? And they finally said, we think it's Buddy Hance's. And Brian never said a word. He just looked at me, and we rolled down the road. And my Danny Baker story is, Danny Baker was chief at St. Leonard's at that time, and when I rolled in the driveway in the engine, he saw me and he said, you're in charge. And I was in charge of my own house fire. So it's my Brian Brady story. But Brian was a good man.
Very good man.
Yep. Come from a good family and long, hard fight. Eventually caught up with him, but I want to send our sympathies out to the Brian Brady family for sure.
So they're doing a brain cancer walk, and that's what Brian passed of.
Mhm.
So when is it, May 30th, I think?
Yeah. Horseman Farm.
It's May 30th at Horseman Farm?
They'll
Yeah,
make a
so, I mean, it's something to help spread awareness and maybe raise some funds for brain cancer research.
Yep. And tomorrow, Commissioner Grasso and I are going to Jefferson Patterson Park to cut the ribbon on the renovation of the Patterson House. And so that would be a wonderful event. That concludes my report. I believe that you have a motion for me, sir.
I do. I move to recess to executive session pursuant to general provision of Article Sections 3-305B 1I to discuss the appointment, employment, assignment, promotion, discipline, demotion, compensation, removal, resignation, or performance evaluation of appointees, employees, or officials over whom this board has jurisdiction. 7, to consult with counsel to obtain legal advice, and 8, to consult with staff, consultants, or other individuals about pending litigation.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Everyone, don't forget, our public hearing is tonight at 7 o'clock right here in this room. You can attend by Zoom if you need to, but it's your opportunity to see our budget. I just will give you a heads up. It is balanced and there are no tax increases in that budget. So hopefully we'll see some of you here tonight at 7 o'clock. Otherwise, have a great day.